Welcome back to the Fam Fantasy League. This is week 3. And week 3 is going to be a big one. It's going to be a big one for some people. It's not going to be a big one for other people. And I'm going to give you an example right now, starting with this first matchup, Murray Magic versus Tatanka Blanco. I'm Tatanka Blanco, by the way. I keep the other people a secret. It's a secret. But ESPN projections have it right this week. Projections usually don't mean anything, but here's what is projected. Murray Magic, who I'm playing this week, is projected 114.1 points, and I am projected Tatanka Blanco 114.2 points. Obviously, I'm going to win and win big. So there's no questions. Here's the thing: Murray Magic, he's 2-0. I'm 1-1. That was a fluke game, biggest game ever in Laporta Potty's history. I don't even know, he couldn't have done it twice. I'd beat him 99 out of 100 times, but sometimes you get lucky every now and then. So I'm playing Murray Magic. He's 2-0. He's going to get his first loss this week. I'll tell you what. Last week his name was 50 Shades of Trey. He changed it to Murray Magic because Kyler Murray's his quarterback. Kyler Murray has one good game, just like every OU fan. Now they're going to the national championship again, and now he's trying to say Kyler Murray's probably what. He's not good. It's one good game. He'll probably have 12 points this week. Derrick Henry is also on his lineup. Sounds good. He scored a touchdown both weeks, which is awesome. That's what you want him to do. But I think people picked up Henry this year expecting him to run for over 100 yards a game. Hasn't happened. Maybe he did once. I don't remember. But it's not good. He's not the regular Derrick Henry. J.K. Dobbins has actually been good. You have DJ Moore, highest paid player in NFL history, who gets 3 targets a game. So that's going nowhere. Xavier Worthy, actually some real talent there. Trey McBride, possibly some talent. Then you have Zach Morris. Zach Morris is your running back. Zach Morris, Zach Moss, because nobody has ever heard of him. He's not good. He's been bounced around the league 100 times. Honestly, Zach Moss wouldn't even play on Buffalo's JV team. So he's not good. I can't even believe he's even in football. Bears defense, they had a good week the first week. They're actually terrible. And then, you got a kicker nobody's ever heard of. My roster, honestly, listen to this. This is unbelievable. I have award-winning because he plays for Dallas. Okay, it's going to be a shocker. He plays for Dallas, and everybody knows every preseason Dallas is going to win the Super Bowl. So basically, I got a Super Bowl quarterback on my roster right now, Dak Prescott. He's going to score a bunch of points this week probably. Bijan Robinson, he's real good. Achane, he didn't even need Tua. Because I believe the quarterback currently in Miami can't throw from here to the front door. So he's just going to check down to Achane. Achane's going to have 36 receptions a game. Keon Coleman, first-round draft pick by Buffalo Bills. I don't get into the politics. I'm just talking about fantasy, but I've heard Buffalo's best team in the country, only team in New York. And Juwan Jennings, he's just been biding his time. Everybody knows he's going to be the next Jerry Rice. Samuel gets hurt. Now he's in. It's going to be one of those Tom Brady, Drew Bledsoe things where when Deebo Samuel gets healthy, he's probably not even going to get on the field anymore because Jennings is going to be so proven at that point. They're like, we can't even play Samuel. Then he becomes trade bait because Jennings is big time. And then have Freiermuth, going to be one of the top tight ends in Steelers history, just getting started there. Josh Jacobs, questionable, but he's going to play. He'll be fine. And I picked up the Packers defense. Which is crazy because I have 2 Packers, and then there's a guy called Packed Full of Love. We'll get to him next, who didn't even pick him up. And I got Fairbairn, Houston's kicker, as good as they come. Anyway, so it's ESPN has the projection right. They've projected me to win, but I'm going to do it a little different. I think I win by 5. Let's go to the next one here, which is Jaden Savis versus Packed Full of Love. Packed full of love. By the way, packed full of love, packed somebody full of love last week by a lot. It was a landslide victory, and I had him getting beat. I'm not going to do the recap. I'm just simply saying maybe the guy that I thought maybe wasn't that good, maybe he's good at fantasy. Maybe he is good. But ESPN projections say no because 59% of the public or the analytics for ESPN say that Jaden Savis is going to win this one. 41%. Here's 120.3 for Jaden Savis to Pack Full of Love's 104.8. Jaden Savis, you do have Mahomes, Saquon Barkley, Zamir White. I'm not really sold on. You have 2 Raiders in your lineup because you have Devonta Adams. Brandon Ayuk, maybe he actually gets a lot of passes this week, but maybe he doesn't because he's not Jennings, and Jennings is like the next Jerry Rice that people are saying. Jamarcus Robinson was actually a good pickup this week, but when I'm looking at this, it has Jaden Savage projected to win big. But looking at the roster, I don't outside of Tyler Johnson, pack full of left, I'm not sure. You have Tyler Johnson in the game. You could do a little better than that, but your whole roster actually looks pretty decent. But you also got, you know what? I'm sorry, pack full of you won big last week. I really want to take you this week. I'm just playing Jaden Davis. Pack full of love wins by 15 this week. You guys can mark that one down. Let's go to the next one. Let's see. Laporta Potty versus Tyreek Blinders. Now, I read some text this week. I went back through the text and I read Tyreek Blinders' response to me. And so, you know what? You're right. You are right. I'm going to do this different. Laporta Potty, right now the projection is Laporta Potty 128.8. Tyreek Blinders is projected 113.7. Laporta Potty, you have Carr, who right now is top in the league for passing. Jonathan Taylor, he was good 3 years ago. He's not good anymore, I don't think. Kyron Williams, probably pretty good, but they don't have any receivers to really toss it out there to. Maybe Robinson, but that's it. Zay Flowers, apparently they throw the ball at him in the end zone. Rashee Rice scored a touchdown last week. Laporta, I don't know what he did last week, but he's pretty good. Stevenson scores touchdowns. Texas defense. All that sounds really good, but now, because I read the text this week, and I'm like, you're right, Tyreek Blinders. You got Geno Smith. He is a future Hall of Famer and a top-flight quarterback. I mean, and it's going to be – I'm a big Geno fan, a big believer. Aaron Jones at Minnesota, they're 2-0 solely because of Aaron Jones, because the guy that you picked up, guy you drafted. That's smart drafting. Tyreek, you're good at fantasy. I don't even know, honestly, for a guy who's pretty good at fantasy, I don't even know how I lost the first week or how you lost the first week. That's the one game that I thought I probably should have lost, and you could do better. You have Carson Steele, and you know he's big time. He's people have been talking about him for years. They're like, just put him out there. He's like Uncle Rico. If you just put him in there in the fourth quarter, Chiefs win every time. Tyreek Hill. Skylar Thompson, who's going to be throwing him the ball, he's been playing a lot of Madden, and he always throws the ball to Tyreek Hill in Madden, and he's going to make it come to life. So that's good. Nico Collins, he's questionable, but it doesn't matter. He'll play for you because if he finds out that he's on your roster, he'll be like, you put me in. I'm not going to let him down. Mark Andrews, big time. It was just a fluke that they've been throwing it to Likely because they really like Mark Andrews better probably. Drake London, future Hall of Famer. Seahawks defense. It's like I said, I'm big on Geno because Seahawks defense shuts them down. Geno scores a lot of points. So this week, I'm sorry, Laporta Potty. I know that you're projected to win, but Tyreek Blinders, I am going to show you some love this week because the text that you sent, and I got your back. I got Tyreek Blinders by 73 points this week. So, and you are good at fantasy. So next, here we go. I got Big Decker versus T-Law's Little Pits or White, and last week really let me down. Big Decker 127.8. T-Law's Little Pits is at 115.2. The projection. Let me look at my projections really fast. Yeah, man. You do have Joe Burrow, who I don't believe in. I thought I saw somebody randomly walking behind me. Joe Burrow, who I don't believe in. Breece Hall was under 75 points last week. Joe Mixon got hurt. I used to think he was going to have like 57 points, 57 carries a game. That didn't happen. Olave, Smith. I don't need to go over your rosters. Just based on what I'm looking at. And last week, by the way, T-Law's Little Pits, you look like if it were last year, you would have a top-flight roster outside of Garrett Wilson because nobody could throw him the ball. I don't know. I don't know how to. Let's don't mix words. Your logo is a Jacksonville Jaguar, and just based on that alone, they're going to lose pretty big this week. I've heard that's what all the news publications are saying, ESPN, any of the sites that you look at fantasy or just football-wise, NFL scores. Yeah, they're all picking Buffalo by probably 70 or 80 points. So just based on that alone, you lose this week. And I got Big Decker winning this one by 13 points. Yeah, man, I don't know what to tell you. You're just going to have to draft better. Pain in the Bass versus Diddy's Disciples. Now, here's one here. Brock Purdy. This is Pain in the Bass. Purdy, Gibbs, Kamara, St. Brown, Godwin, Jake Ferguson, if he actually plays this week, Brian Robinson, Saints defense. That seems pretty good. But Diddy, you have Josh Allen. He's probably a Hall of Famer. Travis Etienne, probably not a Hall of Famer, but he's trying to go to Buffalo. DeAndre Swift, Jefferson, assuming he actually plays and he's not hurt. Kittle's also questionable. Just looking at this projections-wise, has a 127.7 for Pain in the Bass and 121.6 for Diddy's Disciples. This is a serious matchup. You guys probably even talk about this at school. I'm gonna be honest with you guys though. Just based on last week, I think one person did their job like they were supposed to. It was a fluke that I didn't get all 5 games or 6 games. I think Pain in the Bass pulls this one out, and I have it. You're gonna win by 10 points this week. You can mark that one down. It's like I'm Harry Potter. Well, Nostradamus. Harry Potter's more like doing magic on the field. That's what he does. Like, I'm going to do some magic on the field. Nostradamus is the one predicting a lot of stuff, and so I'm pretty close to that guy probably. Though I don't actually know anything he's ever predicted. I've heard that. So my Diggs Hurts versus CD's Nuts. Both 1-1. The projections has CD's Nuts at 116 points. My Diggs Hurts has you projected at 101.3. You have Jalen Hurts as your quarterback, obviously based on the name. I know he's going to be good. I know it was just off week. They lost. They lost by one. I think it was by 1. He's going to be fine, but I don't know. Philadelphia, for a team that had Super Bowl potential for the past few years, I don't feel like this is the year. Then you have Tony Pollard. You have Rico Dowdley. I don't even know how to say it. Where did he go to? He went to Kenwood State. I don't know. He probably don't. He's not good. Diggs, second receiver at Houston. Deontay Johnson, as we all know, upgraded his quarterback big time. You went from Heisman Trophy winner, number 1 pick, though he really is not good, and you've upgraded. How do you upgrade a number 1 pick, a Heisman Trophy winner? How do you upgrade it? I'll tell you how you upgrade it. You go and get Andy Dalton, future Hall of Famer Andy Dalton. If you want to win a Super Bowl or you want to get close, you got to get Andy Dalton in there because he's real good. So Deontay Johnson, probably going to go nuts this week. Honestly, because Andy Dalton's there, my Diggs Hurts. You have a possibility to win this by probably 30 points. Just based on Deontay Johnson alone. So by that account, because you have the possibility to win by probably that much just based on Deontay Johnson. But I'm taking CD's Nuts by 20 points. Probably not going to do it this week. Probably not even close. Sorry about that. Sorry about that, LD. But yeah, CD's Nuts wins by 20. Anyway, those are my projections. I got to get this out because I believe the game starts in 55 minutes. And by the time I get it posted, probably 15 minutes. So, all right. Well, I look forward to the recap, week 3 recap. See you next week.